I pick 13. I pick 13. I pick 13. I pick 13.
I pick 15. $13. Hi, and welcome to Hungry Vegas. Today we are at the Clark County History Museum. We are currently in the wedding chapel. We'll show you that more in a bit. We just wanted to say thanks for watching. Hope you like this video about this really cool museum and the history it has and what we can show you. Hopefully you like it. What else can we say about it besides it's groovy?
It is groovy, and this is where all of the mannequins who are in the know come to get married.
They do. Okay, we have the map for the Clark County Museum, and we started here, the museum store. That's where we pay. He said, "Don't do this. Wait for last because it is it's getting close to 100 degrees today. It's windy, luckily though. Go out the door and down here to the left, which is the Heritage Street of Historic Homes. Check that out first. Then he said, go down here and check out the Ghost Town Trail area here, and then come back and then check out the inside stuff. So let's head out. This is the townsite house. Whoops, sorry. It's one of the 1,000 built by the U.S. government as housing for employees of Basic Magnesium Inc. here in Henderson, 1941. Let's check it out.
Those aren't real people.
Oh God, thank goodness. I almost said something else. Oh, what a nice lady. It smells like Grandma's house in here. Oh.
Okay, so back in World War II, they needed a strong, lightweight metal to make things such as aircraft and incendiary bombs, that sort of thing. And they needed magnesium. Now, they had Gabbs, which was located 330 miles north of Las Vegas, had a whole bunch of the ore, but no power. Once they put in the Hoover Dam, they were able to get power to here in Henderson. I don't think it was called Henderson at the time. But they had 2,000 acres of land between Las Vegas and Boulder City, and they built this plant, and with the plant, all these people moved in, they had to live there to work there. And so they produced the magnesium that we needed to fight in World War II. And then in November 17th of 1944, They closed the plant down because they then had a surplus of magnesium. So they shut it down. And once they had a surplus, they started using magnesium to make a variety of items, including ashtrays and cribbage boards, like they have down here. I gotta say, I like the idea of magnesium here being made into cribbage boards and ashtrays better than incendiary bombs. This shows African Americans who came to work here. They helped us with the magnesium that we needed to fight for our freedoms. And of course, this was back in the 40s, so they weren't allowed to live with everyone else. They were segregated in the west side of Las Vegas.
Over by where you showed and talked about the Moulin Rouge. If you want to check out the Moulin Rouge video in the historic west side, where the Moulin Rouge used to be. Motor court cabin, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out.
1935.
Sweet. 1935.
They're gonna burn this place down.
Oh, it's a lit cigarette.
They should get one of those safety ashtrays.
Shut the door if you don't mind. I like it in here. It's a nice little place. I'd rent out this place.
So this is about furniture recycling. It says when hotels redecorate or close, the furniture from rooms is purchased by smaller motels, apartments, or individuals. In this particular cabin, the furniture was originally from the Apache Hotel on Fremont Street.
And it's haunted.
So maybe this furniture is haunted. Spooky.
Oh, there's a little bedroom back there. And this little camper doodad. It's neat. This is the print shop.
Parks and Recreation and the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation welcome you to the Donald W. Reynolds Print Shop. In the past, Southern Nevada's rapidly changing boundaries included the present counties of Lincoln and Clark. Early newspapers began in the mining and railroad boom towns of these counties. In the last quarter of the 19th century, the towns of Pioche, Delamar, and Helene provided our earliest newspapers.
So we're in the print shop here at the museum complex, and they've got some newspapers, front pages with some headlines. The headline on this caught my eye: Black Widow Bite Fatal to Vegan. Now you might think, today you think vegan, you think someone that doesn't eat animal products. But I guess they're actually referring to someone from Las Vegas as a vegan.
Do you think if they're saying vegan? Vegan?
I don't know.
Next, we're going to check out the Babcock Wilcox House, 1933.
This house was donated to the Clark County Heritage.
This also smells like Grandma's house.
Many people could enjoy it and the story it has to tell.
Ooh, they're ready for dinner.
Now, this gentleman is showing us how people used to wear their pants way up high, like Ed Grimley.
That does make me...
I must say.
This food is delicious, I must say. Hey, if you get that reference of Ed Grimley, please do a shout out in the comments. That would just make our day.
Responding with interest throughout the world. To house the workers of Hoover Dam, the government set aside $2 million for the construction of Boulder City.
Had suicidal thoughts. And that's what this diorama displays here. Next to the bathtub, you can see there's some razor blades. And there's also that heat lamp that you can plug in right by the tub. Do you see what I'm going for here?
A bathroom?
A pappy type thing where you open
Oh.
the door and, oh hey, I didn't see you there.
Okay.
Leave me alone. What?
There could be a snake in there.
This looks like it's an outhouse, and then let's take a peek inside.
Okay, oh, this looks like an outhouse. Let's take a peek inside.
Hey! What are you doing?
Are you pooping?
No.
This is the Giles Barkas house. 1924, I think? Yeah, 1924. I think a fancy piano. So this is a sculpture made by a well-known Nevada portrait sculptor. In 1964, she created a series of portrait sculpture busts of people who, as reported in the Henderson Home News, were prominent during the Nevada Centennial. And these sculptures were included in many different places, but actually this private Woodruff Perkins that you see here is the only known example remaining of Mrs. Bearden's Nevada Centennial Portrait Bust Series. It's kept right here behind glass at the Clark County History Museum.
This wall section here shows the construction of the house. Pine boards are covered in tar paper, fabric, paper, and burlap. So much people in here.
Okay. This is a wedding dress worn by, actually the wedding veil, worn by someone who got married here at this wedding chapel in 1928. Oh, look at that, Matt. This looks like our first house with the pink and green. Nice.
The father figure there is, of course, sitting in stoic silence. His only refuge is the lucky logger as he contemplates his impending older years and the children not coming to visit.
But Walter Cronkite's on TV. This house is so vintage. So cool. I just love it.
Oh, plug dryers, Jody.
What is it?
Plug dryers.
So we've checked out the historic homes that are historic homes from all over this area of Clark County and brought here to put into a little village. Next is called the Ghost Town Trail. Now the Ghost Town Trail is going to be shut down soon because when it gets to be as hot as it is, which is 100 degrees and more, people can die on it. Because it's a big outdoor trail in the heat with no shade. We're gonna check out a few things at Ghost Town Trail. There are a few buildings and things to go in. Let's head over.
Been watching our videos, you may recall one of our most recent ones where we went to the gambling general store, I believe, and we bought 2 items, well 3, but 2 were the same. Anywho's.
There were 2 trays like this, right?
Yeah.
And they're showcasing them as vintage Vegas stuff. And it did have made in Japan, things really aren't made in Japan anymore. So I'm gonna say, yeah, this is vintage Vegas stuff, and they have, I think we made a good purchase. Ours is actually, I think, neater than this one. And we have 2 different ones. I wonder where those were used.
So here in the museum, they've got this little display here. It's about weddings and marriage here in Vegas. A lot of people came here to get divorced because they had pretty lax divorce laws. You had to stay here a couple weeks or however long. So people would come and just wait until they could get their divorce here. And this has a few fun facts about weddings here in Vegas. And I didn't know this, and this is really interesting to me. It says that Britney Spears and Jason Alexander were married here in Vegas, and their marriage lasted only 55 hours. It doesn't surprise me that the marriage lasted 55 hours. I just don't remember Jason Alexander marrying Britney Spears. If you do, put something in the comments below, because that just blows my mind. I mean, he's a nice guy.
I enjoyed him on the Seinfeld show.
Yeah. Oops.